Kristy Aiken here. I am the executive coordinator for WOW, and I have a few little things I want to share with you. Memorizing scripture. Is that not like one of the hardest things in the world to do? It is. But to me, it is so important. So let's say that you're talking with a friend and all of a sudden like a word or two comes to you from the Bible, but you have no idea where that is or even what the whole verse is. That is one of the reasons that we like to memorize scripture. It also is how we talk to God too. So there are so many reasons why we want to memorize scripture. Now, my husband and I have a competitive little game, which is what helps us memorize scripture because we're competing against each other. So about once a month, if it's we take turns. Let's say in April, I pick the verse that the two of us will memorize for the month of April. And then in May, he picks the verse and the two of us will memorize his verse. And then by the year, we have 12 new verses that we have memorized together. And just kind of picking at each other helps. So if you have a best friend, a daughter, a son, mom, dad, somebody to give you a little bit of competitive edge with, it kind of helps you to actually do it. My next thing I do for memorizing scripture, and this is my favorite, I have just a small photo album, but you can have a big photo album or any size you want. And I fill it with the scriptures that I've memorized. So the scriptures that my husband and I memorized, they go in here. And I just read through them randomly throughout my day. So I keep them stored in my heart constantly. So this goes with me in my purse. And sometimes I will just say them out loud randomly for no reason. It's very important to say these out loud. Say them out loud. First of all, Satan can't read our minds. So saying them out loud is like really good thing to do. Now, this has nothing to do with memorizing scripture, but it has been such a blessing to me. And it's called a blessing jar. A blessing jar. I can't remember, there was a group of us that made them for each other. We made our blessing jars for each other, and you can even call them a prayer jar. And what you do is you pick any cool container. You can use a mason jar, a jewelry box, anything that will hold scripture in it. So what you do is you take verses and you personalize them. So for instance, this is the one Stacy Lowe made me. And you take verses and she wrote each one. I usually type mine. But it says, "You can rest in my love, Kristy, for I have power to save you." Zephaniah 3:17. And see how she personalized that? "You can rest in my love, Kristy, for I have the power to save you." And that's a really cool thing. This little thing goes with me almost everywhere. If I'm driving by myself, I love to just grab some of these randomly at stoplights and read them. And I'm not kidding. That may sound weird, but it's the truth. This is a cool little thing you can make. So I'm so glad that I was able to join y'all for a moment today. Have a beautiful day. Bye.